Hello everyone, welcome back to Jack and Cam. Is it Cam and Jack? Jack and Cam? It's been so long. I don't know. We're both here. We're both here, chilling, vibing. Today we're going to find out who has the best entrance music. Now we've got a bracket. We've got a knockout stage bracket, and we're going to see who has the best one. Do you have a favourite from the get-go, Cameron?
I do.
You do.
And that is Here to Show the World, Dolph Ziggler.
No, that's so fair.
Because I love that song. It always gets me hyped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see some
but
of these
we'll see how it
ones
does.
come in. Yeah, I'm see some of them are fairly rogue, but it's interesting because there's so many different things and so many different factors, like pure shock value. Like if you heard it, you'd shit yourself or pop like mad.
Yeah.
Or is it just a good song you'd have playing in your playlist? Like, there's so many different variables to look into.
There are so many different variables. And on that note, let's get straight into it. So, round one, we have Dolph Ziggler, Here to Show the World, and Batista, I Walk Alone. Okay. So, we have both just had a listen to the songs. What are your initial thoughts, Jack?
Well, Dolph Ziggler was definitely here to show the world. It starts off really strong, doesn't it? It starts off really strong. You get hyped, and yeah, I mean, the poor guy was trying. Bless him. WWE were not letting him go for it, but he was trying. Yeah, I think it's a really, really strong start.
I do think that just because I Walk Alone, it's literally just like the same thing over and over again. The lyrics don't come in for a very long time. I think I have to give it to Here to Show the World.
Well, I mean, I Walk Alone shows his character off strong. It's just like this. He's in there. He's quite heavy.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about Batista's entrance is the pyro makes it so much better.
That is true. The
When
pyro
he's got
does make it better.
He's got that minigun out and just sort of spraying everyone.
Yeah.
Pause. He gets going, and I think without the pyro, it's just not as strong.
I wholeheartedly agree. Now, we're not saying that it's not a good song, because it is. But yeah, the pyro definitely makes it.
Yeah. I think Here to Show the World is a better song. I think I Walk Alone is a better gym workout song.
100%.
Get you pumped up and hyped, which obviously, as you can tell, I go to a lot. So it's definitely up there.
Okay. Next up, we have Shawn Michaels, Sexy Boy, against Randy Orton, Voices. This is going to be a tough one. Okay, this is a very tough one. I think they both show off their characters very well.
Yeah, I don't think it's that tough for me, but I think I'm very strong on that point. I think Shawn Michaels, he's coming in with arrogance, he's coming in with loving himself, and that's a large part of his character. But would I listen to that on repeat? I don't know if I would.
I definitely would, because I'm a sexy boy.
I know I'm sexy.
No, okay. All things serious, after we just listened then, I love the fact that Shawn Michaels was in his own song.
Yeah.
So that gets some props. But I think Randy Orton's is just, it's so suited to him. And
It's
like,
iconic.
I hear the song, I see his arms go over his head,
I think Randy Orton has changed sort of character so many times. We've had different eras of Randy Orton, and the song has matched every single one of them.
That's true.
It's so versatile in that sense.
Yeah, no, that is very true. And also, Shawn, he went away from that when he was in DX, and I think for sticking with it, it's got to go to Randall Keith.
Gotta go to Randall Keith. Interesting enough, his old music is not on here, but that is a very good song in his own right.
In the next round, we have the Bella Twins. You can look, but you can't touch. Against David Otunga. All About the Power.
Now again, one of the rogue ones, but I'm a massive fan of this song. I'm a massive fan of this song. Do you know the song well?
No, I'm gonna have to give it a good listen.
There you go. Prepare to be amazed. For a mid-card, it's got no right having that good song.
After a listen, All About the Power is a very good song.
It is. Yeah, you definitely need to mention up here, in my opinion. But I think my head was bobbing to You Can Look But You Can't Touch a little bit more.
Oh, really?
I think it was bobbing a little bit more.
See, it's always been a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Mm-hmm. With the Bella Twins. Oh my god.
Yeah, it has always been a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, All About the Power is a great song. I just feel like it.
It's not iconic.
No, it's not, and
iconic.
I didn't know it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Bella Twins.
Bella Twins. Okay, you've got it. On to our next one. We have Ember Moon's NXT song "Free the Flame." And we have Dolph Ziggler making another appearance with I Am Perfection.
Yeah, Dolph getting 2 on the list. It's very impressive.
I mean, he has had some banging themes.
He really has. Just not a push. Except for now that he left WWE.
Yeah. Okay, do you know Ember Moon's NXT song?
I do not.
No.
I'm interested. I'm excited.
Let's go give it a listen. So, what are your thoughts after listening to Ember Moon's song?
Yeah, it's the first time listening for me, and yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. It's gonna sound really wanky, but I'm gonna fully say it.
Go for it.
Listening to it, it painted a picture. Like I could fully see it, like backing track of a movie or something like that. Like I can definitely see how big a pop you'd get listening to that song.
And also, with her being called Ember Moon, like it is the perfect song for her.
100%.
After that, I haven't listened to I Am Perfection for a long time. It has the words to Here to Show the World in it.
It does.
Obviously, it's written by the same people. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't think it's as strong as Here to Show the World, and I don't think it's as strong as Free the Flame.
I don't think it's as strong as Free the Flame, but I will say that it's a different version of the song. It's a lot slower and all that kind of stuff. But it's a different character that Dolph Ziggler was having.
That's true.
Of like to be the big up and comer trying to sort of fight the odds. He was more of a almost HBK kind of vibe of like, look how good I am perfection kind of vibe.
Very true. A lot more up himself.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't think Ziggler can have 2 on this list past the first stage. So
no.
I think, yeah, Ember Moon's got it.
Let's go. We have Edge with Metalingus. It's spelt wrong on screen. Ignore that. And Nexus, We Are the One.
Yeah, now, I mean, anyone seeing the title of this video, they'll assume Edge is on here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, we think we know him.
But do we? This one is probably the closest one in my mind. I had both of these to go really far, but the way that the seeding has worked, and because we randomized it,
yeah,
these have come up together in the first round, and
I think it's a bit of a travesty, really.
Yeah. So we're losing a banger of a song the first round by one of these.
I do not want to be biased here, because I love Alter Bridge, the band who are responsible for Metalingus. I do not want to be biased, but that being said, I think in terms of a pop, Edge is getting it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. He's got the pop there.
Especially because the Nexus, whenever they really came in, they never really had a theme. Because they just came in random matches and wrecked stuff.
This is true. This is true. They were toddlers having a tantrum.
They really
Um,
were.
Can we talk about the title of the song? This is a bit risque. No, sounds very. I'm.
I had never even thought of that until your dirty mind mentioned it.
I mean, you tell me the name of the song, and I'm like picturing. Never mind what I'm picturing. Yeah, see, I was a huge fan of the Nexus and the possibilities it could have gone in. It was frustrating that it never went anywhere, but I was always rooting for them to do something with it.
Yeah.
Because We Are One gets me pumped. It's got levels. It really goes. Oh. But yeah, no, I don't think this matchup. I think Edge gets it.
I mean, on this day, you have seen clearly.
It's not clearly. It's hazy. It's a travesty, if anything.
Yeah, that was probably the closest round that we will ever have, until we get to the final.
Yeah, it's gonna haunt me.
I know.
I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna stop thinking about it.
Okay, well, can I try and make you not think about it? Because
You need to.
we have The Miz, I Came to Play versus Evolution, Line in the Sand.
Oh no!
Another travesty.
Oh no!
This is going to be tough. After a brief listen to both, we both have an answer.
She said count of three and just debate it, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be different.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, count of
1, 2, 3. The Miz.
Evolution. Yeah, I knew they're going to be different.
Yeah.
I knew they're going to be different. No, I can hear your point.
I mean, they are both incredible songs.
Character-wise, it fits in perfectly.
Yes.
The Miz. It fits in perfectly.
One thing I really like about the Evolution one is that they do try to blend aspects of all of their intros in that song. And I do really like that.
It's a masterpiece. Like, I cannot hear the word evolution without singing that aloud. It just comes like it's in my head constantly. It lives in my head rent free. I am so strong on this being better.
Okay.
I think it's one of my favorite wrestling theme songs. I of all time, hence why it's on the list. But it's gotta go past the first stage, man.
I do get that, but is it awesome?
Yeah, it's incredible.
No,
right.
It is a great song. I think for me personally, it's got quite a slow start. And when you first hear it, you think, oh, just Batista's coming out. With The Miz's, you know it's him. And also, probably the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Ric Flair is in Evolution, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's really hard for me to budge on this, because it is, like, genuinely, I think at least once a day, it will come to my head and I will just sing it.
Really? Once a day?
Yeah, I feel so strongly about this. I know there's a few other Motorhead songs on here.
Now, in terms of the other Motorhead songs on this, I would have to side with the other one.
Really?
I really would. I think it has. I mean, we're not on that yet, but I think it's got more power. Like, for me, I could get over it, but I feel like the start of it's just so slow. Like, when he starts singing, I'm like, okay, now we're into the song. Whereas with the Miz's, you were into the song from the start.
I'm really struggling to budge here. If I give you this one, or if you give me this one, I'm willing to do a deal about giving, the next one we disagree with, just sort of clean sweep.
Okay, fine. Do you know what? I will give you this one.
Will you? Okay.
Because there are some that I really want to go through. So I will give you this one.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, Miz. I really tried.
You can disagree with me in the comments as well, because it may be an unpopular opinion, but I can't. I won't be able to sleep tonight if that's not.
Do you know what? That's fair enough. So I will let you have that. We don't want you to
Yeah.
lose sleep.
Thanks, man. That's really kind of you.
I feel like this next one's also gonna be quite tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura, The Rising Sun versus Keith Lee, Limitless. Should we go have a listen?
Let's have a listen.
Initial thoughts.
My initial thoughts are. I'll start with the one negative I have first. Is that similar to what you said about Evolution? Shinsuke is a slow build. But when you get there, obviously you've seen when he's entering, the whole crowd sing along to a song that doesn't have any words.
Yes, it's an impressive piece of music, and I will say, I think in terms of a piece of music, the best piece of music overall.
Yeah, it's so niche because it's almost orchestral in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of entrance music, though, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Keith Lee.
Really, I'm surprised at that.
As much as it pains me, Shinsuke's is definitely the better piece of music.
Yeah.
And I mean, it suits him very well, and I mean, the crowd love it, but I think also there's actually very little rap in wrestling,
True.
and
True.
it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a very good one. I believe we may have got the wrong title for it. I believe Limitless may have been his old one, and I'm like, we've got the AEW one that it was called I Am, the video the music we just listened to. So if there's confusion, that's the one we're going off. Similarly to the Miz, it starts off with Keith Lee screaming, gets you straight into it. You know exactly who's coming out, and then it just goes in, man. It just does.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I think we go. I'm annoyed at myself because I love Shinsuke's entrance music.
Yeah.
I think it is one of the. Again, it's one of the best pieces of music, but in terms of entrance music, I don't know.
I mean, what it did to me is a toe tapper against the head bobber and going for the head bobber there.
Yeah, do you know what? That is fair. That is very fair. We're gonna kick it a little bit old school with this next round. We have The Undertaker's Rest in Peace versus Steve Austin, I Won't Do.
Classics, both classics. They were always going to be on here.
Yeah, this could be a very hard one. Two instrumentals up against each other.
This is now so much closer after listening to them again. Yeah, because
let's get into it.
Yeah.
The gong.
Oh my gosh, is there a more iconic single sound in all of wrestling than that gong?
I mean, the only other one might be the glass shattering.
Oh no, and they're together. Oh no.
The only other one might be that. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get these words out because it's so, like, my brain is fighting itself.
Okay, after listening to it, I don't want to sound blasphemous here, but I feel like there was one too many gongs.
Yeah, no, I get that. I was thinking that as well, but at the same time, as every hair on my body decided to stand on end.
Yeah, literally.
Just hit. Who else in the world of ever could get away with that slow, long, and like music? No one else can. So
No.
then that brings to mind: is it the entrance that matches the entrance music, or is it just the entrance music? Because the music by itself is really nice, but it's so powerful. But it's the man that brings the music, I think. Whereas the glass smashes, again, it's the man that, like,
They are both the men that make the music.
because you hear that burst sound, and you're thinking, oh shit, but you're thinking, oh shit, for different reasons.
To be fair, I hear the glass break. I picture Austin with his middle fingers up, drinking beer.
You hear the song, and
When the
you're like,
gong goes off, it's darkness, it's purple, it's smoke, it's flames, it's...
but if we're doing just the music,
Yes.
get rid of all of that. Which one makes you more hyped? Or no, sorry, not hyped, because that biases one side. Which
Yeah.
one makes you feel more?
The Undertaker's does.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree.
I think it gives me the chills, like just the music. Whereas Steve Austin's, it is obviously a good song, but it's, I don't know, it just doesn't do the same for me without Austin being there.
I mean, next Royal Rumble, both of those music hits number 30. Which one are you popping for more?
Undertaker.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes, Kingdom, and DX. Are you ready? I'm not gonna lie. Before listening, I already have a winner,
I know you have a winner.
and you know I
you
do.
have a winner.
It is my
Yeah.
hype song. It is my gym song. But let's have a listen anyway. Okay.
No, I know you've got a winner already.
I do, and after listening, I still do. So
Yeah, I didn't think that was likely to change.
you can try and sway me, but let's see.
Don't think I'm going to.
No.
No.
Let's-
You
let's-
say your thought. You say your thought.
Let's talk about both the songs. Wrestling has more than one royal family, and oh my god, it is a great one. No, that song for me, like, I will play it in the gym. I will, like, it. If I'm feeling down, I listen to that song and it gets me hyped.
I feel like, and I don't want to sound like too outrageous about this, but that opening line, I think, has a huge impact on how well AEW just broke off to be. Because that one line is basically the whole reason AEW started.
100%.
Is that, you know, it doesn't have to be this one person controlling everything. It doesn't have to have one narrative because this one person said so. No, there are other people, there are other families that know how to. I genuinely
It's
do.
so powerful.
It's
Okay, now DX. I love the song.
it's such a good song.
I think it takes too long to come in.
Mhm.
If it came in straight in with the song, maybe with a D-Generation X scream, yes.
Yeah. So the D-Generation X scream is my favorite part of it.
Yes.
It's incredible. In my opinion, it's the scream against the word, to be honest with you. That's like the pinnacle of the songs, I think.
Yeah.
The songs as a whole. I think DX, the song is probably of a time. I just don't think you can get away with that music like nowadays. I just don't think it has that kind of hype anymore.
No.
It's quite slow. It's quite like the lyrics mean more than the actual music itself because of who they are and what they were doing.
Yeah, 100%.
As a song, I just, if someone came out with that tomorrow and someone just entered with it, not having listened to it before, I just don't think it's as hype. I think it's because DX made that song.
Yeah, 100%. I think it was more the people behind the song rather than the song itself
Yeah,
that makes it so good. I wholeheartedly agree.
I think it's got to be Kingdom then.
It's gotta be Kingdom. Okay, next up we have Daniel Bryan, Flight of the Valkyries versus Sheamus, Written in My Face. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus.
Very different pieces of music. Very different.
Yes. Very different.
Yeah, I think, especially when Sheamus first came to WWE, when he was really heavily pushed, this song got me hyped every single time. Every single time it'd come out,
It did, yeah.
it was so good. When they swapped his music, it annoyed me. It annoyed me so much.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's.
I love how it's, because obviously the Flight of the Valkyries is a very old song anyway.
Yeah.
I love how it was updated with guitars and a more like rock-based version of it. But then I think they're both good songs.
They're both really, really good songs.
Okay, my thinking is, am I associating Flight of the Valkyries with Daniel Bryan doing his little side steps down, carrying the Yes movement? Am I associating Written in My Face with Sheamus banging his chest?
True. Well, I mean, yeah, when he had similar music in AEW and didn't do the yes chance, he means business, and he's just walking down. It loses something, but it gains something else. I think
It's a very versatile piece of music.
It is, and that's why I think I'm edging towards it.
Do you know what? I think I would have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Written in My Face is such a good song, though.
It is. Okay. Now, on to Johnny Gargano's Rebel Heart versus Just Close Your Eyes, Christian. Let's have a listen. Okay, now, Jack, you had never heard Johnny Gargano's Rebel Heart before.
Yeah. Yeah, I said to you when it came up that it's going to have to really do something. It's going to be Just Close Your Eyes, because I have so much memories with that song, just Christian being the guy. Like, he was such a fan favorite.
Yes.
And then I started listening to it, and instantly...
It's a banger.
You can attest to this. It is exactly the kind of music I listen to.
It really is.
Exactly the genre that I listen to constantly.
I mean, again, this was another song that I put on my playlist. It is a great one.
It's playlist music, but is it wrestling entrance music? Yes, I think so.
Yes. I mean, I'm trying really hard not to relate it to his character, because that's not what we're doing here.
No.
But I think it's kind of along the same lines as Keith Lee's, but a bit more electronic.
Yeah, it kills me not to pick.
I know, and Just Close Your Eyes is a banger. Like, it's such a good song.
I've listened to both of these songs depending on what I'm feeling. Like,
different moods.
For different reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd probably listen to Johnny Gargano's more.
Okay, it's going up. On to the next round. We have two female songs. We have Becky Lynch with the Celtic Invasion and Paige Stars in the Night. Great songs.
Great songs.
Let's have a listen.
Not so confident after listening to them, are you? Not so confident.
No, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought.
But yeah, I said as soon as it started, Cameron loves a woe.
I do love a woe.
He loves a woe.
Which I didn't realise until now, which is quite interesting.
He's a mark for a woe. That's what he is.
First of all, both incredible songs.
So good. Yeah, so good.
I love Becky Lynch's. I think the way it comes in, you know exactly what's about to happen.
It's feel good, I think. I think it's a feel good song.
It is.
Yeah, it makes
very much is.
Listen to that, it just makes you feel good. Juxtaposing that.
But then I heard the scream at the start of Stars in the Night, and it brought back so many memories.
That song is in my playlist.
Oh,
it's so good. It's so good. But they're both incredible for the different reasons.
Again, they both fit the character very well.
Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, the thing is, in terms of a song, I don't know.
I'd go with Paige. I'm gonna take the leap. I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna go with Paige. But I can be swayed.
Thing is, just like you, Johnny Gargano and Christian, and that threesome, I would listen to them both for different reasons.
Sorry, that's in my head now. Why have you done that to me? I'm not going to sleep for a different reason. Thanks, Gavin.
Too excited.
Yeah.
I would listen to them both for different reasons and different moods that I'm in. In terms of an entrance...
Yeah, true.
I mean... That's the thing. Paige's was kind of the first women's one to have that sort of grungier, rockier feel to it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, has no doubt inspired, like, Rhea Ripley and all those sorts. Becky Lynch's is... Oh, this is a really tough one for me. I'm gonna go with Paige's.
Yeah.
It's a very slim line.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you're sure, but I won't because we might be here for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just locking in.
Yeah, let's just lock in Paige's. And we have Bobby Roode Glorious against Chris Jericho Judas. This could be a tough one.
Could be.
This could be. Let's have a listen.
Okay, now before we listen to it, I was very confident in my decision, and I still think I am.
Do you know what? Me too. And I think we have different reasons.
Different reasons, but do you think it's the same song?
Maybe.
Right, do you want me? Right, I'll count us down this time. We'll say it. Count to three. You ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I mean, when that piano goes off, all my hairs stand on end.
Yeah.
It sends shivers down my spine.
It's almost the perfect wrestling music. I don't want to give too much away about how the rest of them will go because they'll come up one by one. But it's glorious, man.
It really is. It really is. And yeah, to speak on Judas, which we will, a great song. I think it really hits its, like, the opening's really good. Then the singing starts and I'm like, okay, where does this kind of pick up? It feels a little bit slow.
There are better Fozzy songs.
Yes. But when the chorus comes in, if it cut from that first bit straight to the chorus, sold.
Yeah.
But I think it just takes a bit too long to get to that wrestling point.
No, I completely agree. It's got to be glorious. Got to be.
In the next round, we have the Undisputed Era Shock the System versus Triple H the Game. Okay.
I know full well which one I want. Well, I know you want Undisputed Era. I just know full well.
Well, no, I think it is a good song. I also think that maybe the build-up takes a bit too long.
It does.
So, no, I could be swayed.
I just think the game's got everything. It just does. It gets you hyped. It's got intensity. You don't know, like it just encompasses that character very, very well.
Okay, but
different songs.
You're talking about character.
I am talking about character.
Okay, say that this song was given to a random indie wrestler in England. Does it still have the same impact?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah. I'd have to agree with you.
I fully agree.
I would have to agree with you. Next, we have The Shield versus CM Punk, The Fire Burns. Now,
both so different. They're both so different.
I think in terms of an entrance music, The Shield has so much more impact.
Yeah.
I think, like my point on the previous one, if you were to give that specific song to a random indie, it's still a banger.
No, I completely agree.
They're still making an entrance.
A lot without really doing anything, because it's really repetitive, but it doesn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
Whereas The Fire Burns, I feel the first part of it, it's not really a bit of me. And then once it goes through the switch up, and a little sort of guitar riff into the chorus, I love that so much. But because of the start of it, I just think, I think I got to give it.
No, do you know what? I wholeheartedly agree with you. On to CM Punk, the Cult of Personality versus Cody Rhodes, Smoke and Mirrors. I have a clear winner.
I have a winner, but I wouldn't say a clear winner.
I do.
Yeah, no, I thought that was it. I mean, it was a niche choice going for.
It was a niche choice.
Yeah, I can see him with dashing Cody Rhodes, his Intercontinental run.
Yeah.
I'm just huge fan of it, and sort of the build up to the first chorus. Just huge fan of. But Cult of Personality is Cult of Personality.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Cult of Personality is the winner.
Yeah.
Smoke and Mirrors, I think if it had maybe a bit more behind it.
It's slow as well. It could it probably would add to it if it sped up.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, Cult of Personality is winning.
Yeah.
On to round 2.
On to round 2.
This is where it gets more difficult.
Yeah, and you still got a bye, to be fair.
I do still have a bye. So let's get into the first one. We have Dolph Ziggler Here to Show the World versus Randy Orton Voices.
This one is really difficult for me.
This is really difficult for me.
Good, because I thought I might have been the only one who thought this was difficult.
This is also difficult.
I am going to say Voices, though.
I need to listen to the start of Voices again. Just the very start. I don't want to play this game anymore.
It's not close by any means, but I'm going to say Voices. I think if I heard that one first, if I heard both, that one would hit me more, I think.
I mean, this could have very easily been the final.
Could it? Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, a lot of these could have been. I think that... Do you know what? I think I have to go with my boy Dolph here.
Really?
Okay, in terms of a general wrestling entrance theme, Randy Orton really fits his character.
Yeah.
I feel like Dolph Ziggler's could fit a lot more people.
Okay.
And that is my reasoning as to why.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a close one. I'm willing to go for Ziggler. I'm willing.
I mean, it is a really tough one.
Yeah, I'm willing to go with Dolph. We can go with Dolph.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's an obvious winner for this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Ember Moon.
Oh.
Oh, you're not gonna say that?
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
Okay.
I think what's difficult, they're 4 different characters. They're for vastly different. One's for a heel, one's for possibly a babyface. Is how I'm hearing them. I know the Bella Twins weren't always babyfaces, but that's the difference for me.
Yeah.
And because they're different in that sense, it's difficult for me to compare the two.
Although that being said, Ember Moon was a face.
No, but just listening to the lyrics,
yeah.
closing my eyes, just listening to the lyrics, just listening to the music, that's what I'm getting. And I would be edging towards you can look but you can't touch. But again, it's close for me, so I can hear you out.
I mean, I don't want to keep using it, but I feel like my point of if just a random person had it, I don't think that works with you can look but you can't touch.
I think depending on era, really.
Depending on era and attractiveness.
That's what I was going to say. I think back in the day when they were only pushing people because they were attractive, that song...
It was perfect. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting stuck in the era, and it was really, really strong in the era. Because of the way they were pushed.
I would have to go with Ember Moon.
Okay.
Next, I feel like it's going to be a very tough one for you.
We have differences in opinion in this one, and I know that without even us saying a word.
Edge versus Evolution.
Yeah.
I vote Edge.
Yeah, well, I'd go line in the sand. I'd go Evolution. The whole "You Think You Know Me" and all the sort of all the things that come with the song. I think if I was to watch it without any pyro, I just don't think it would be. I feel like the pyro is just a big part of the play in that song. I'd say line in the sand.
I disagree. I think that the song is strong enough on its own.
It's very strong, very strong.
Again, Line in the
I'll tell you-
Sand,
I'll tell you
build
why I
up
like
too long.
I'll tell you why I like Line in the Sand, I think,
Okay.
so much, is because it is so unique in how slow, methodical, and sort of how it builds so slowly and how it works. Because they are all so... They're all at the peak during this. They were all phenomenal, and they were sort of around that. Their whole point was that they were on top of their game and no one could beat them. They could afford to use that. There's power in waiting. There's power in that sort of nothingness and then strong build. I feel like it works for them, and I don't think anyone else could use that kind of thing, but it works for them.
Yeah, now how much are we straying away from it's their song or just an entrance song?
Well, I don't think was it Conolingus, whatever it is,
No, that's what you think it is.
would be as good without the Rated R Superstar.
I 100% do. I think it is a incredible song. I mean, it is in my playlist. I mean, I have the Alter Bridge version in my playlist, but I prefer this one because it's cut a bit better. Don't tell Alter Bridge I said that. I'd still want to be friends with you.
No.
You hear that, no matter who comes out, is getting a pop. Instantly.
So now, in my opinion, both songs are attached to the wrestlers. I don't see them having that much impact without who they're attached to.
I'm going to use my buy.
Initial buy.
I'm going to use my buy. Edge is going to take the win.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
Keith Lee, Limitless, or I Am. Or The Undertaker, rest in peace.
Tough. Because
They are very different.
in terms of song, I'm going Keith Lee. In terms of impact, going Undertaker.
But that being said, when the actual song comes in on the Undertaker's one, good. Very good.
Well, I think that's all impact. I just don't think it's a good song. As a wrestler's song, wrestler music.
Again, yeah, very niche for the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Keith Lee works for a lot of people,
Yeah.
apart from the I Am Keith Lee part, but we can skip over that.
But I think when it comes to that, I think we do have to take the character into the equation there. I think we do have to take it into the equation.
Yes, I agree. I would be happy to do Keith Lee. I would be happy to do The Undertaker.
I want to clip that.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
I would be happy to pick Keith Lee. The song Limitless, I Am. Just covering my back.
Yeah.
I would be happy to pick The Undertaker's theme. I do get a lot of it is the man.
Yeah.
A lot of it is the character. But when you think of wrestlers' themes, The Undertaker's will come up. Keith Lee's not necessarily.
No, I completely agree. Zero station, because Steve Austin would have won this for me easily. So,
Steve Austin would have beat Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Undertaker's got to be that.
Yeah.
With how we've played the game, yeah, I think.
Okay. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes Kingdom versus Daniel Bryan Flight of the Valkyries.
Kingdom, gotta be. Kingdom,
100%.
Kingdom.
No. It's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Gargano versus Paige. I think, again, very different characters, very different feelings for both.
But I think
Johnny's gets me pumped.
Stars of the Night is very character strong, regardless if you didn't know who the character was.
If it's a heel, again, this is a very heel versus face.
Yeah.
Very heel versus face.
Yeah.
I think in terms of a heel song, it's good. I was going to say maybe a bit generic, but it's not. Like, I don't mean it as that. I really don't. Because, like, if you think that, then Ember Moons is generic, and I didn't mean it like that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think we might need to re-listen.
Yeah.
From a re-listen, I love the fact that Johnny Gargano's has clapping at the start, gets the audience going, everyone's in a good mood. I think Pages wins.
I agree.
After a second listening to it, yeah.
No, they're
Pages
both
wins.
good songs. I mean, they're both here. They're both good songs. But yeah, I think Pages wins.
As soon as I heard that, the first, I was like, yeah, it's done.
Oh no!
We have Glorious versus The Game.
I think Glorious.
Do you know what? I think so too. Like,
I didn't think it
would be that easy, but like,
it kind of is.
It's Time to Play the Game. So iconic.
Yeah.
That piano at the start genuinely sends shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
And that is what I want to feel. So yeah, it has to be Glorious. Now, in the last round, we had The Shield versus CM Punk. Now we have The Shield versus CM Punk.
Does the Shield beat him twice? Does the Shield beat him twice?
Oh, it's good.
It is. I think it does. I think the Shield beats him twice.
Do you know, I think it does too. I think it has, like, the Cult of Personality is so good, but The Shield just has so much impact. It's so hard hitting.
I can't get out of my head that it's so strong, but so simple.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it do so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Shield wins. Here to Show the World against Free the Flame. I think Here to Show the World wins.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Next, Edge versus The Undertaker.
I think Edge.
I think Edge. Kingdom versus Stars in the Night. Cody Rhodes versus Paige.
You won't budge on Kingdom, will you?
I really won't.
No, I didn't think so.
I
Go for
don't.
it.
I
Go
don't
for it.
think there's anything you could say, or after how many re-listens, I think it's a better song. I think it does better.
I will not waste my breath. Because it's close for me, so I'd be, I
Glorious versus The Shield.
this is really tough.
I think I go Glorious.
Really? Like that, like, fair. I can see it. I'd be torn between the two, so if you're confident with Glorious, we'll go Glorious.
Well, now you've said that, I'm not confident.
No, say it with chest.
No, I think it's Glorious.
Cool.
I mean, for me, the first piano bit into the Glorious is so powerful. We're on to the semi-finals here now.
Right, okay.
4 songs left. Here to Show the World versus Metalingus.
I want to listen to Here to Show the World again.
Okay.
Oh, man.
This is
I
tough.
I don't know.
This is tough.
Here to Show the World is more my style of music, so I'm trying to sort of block that out.
And that's what I'm trying to do with Edge's one. Because I love Alter Bridge. In terms... Oh, hello Artemis, you come to join the discussion.
Yeah, she can break
Okay.
the deadlock, to be fair.
Do you want Dolph Ziggler or Edge? I would go Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah?
I would. Artie, why are you biting my arm now?
Oh, she disagrees? What?
Do you disagree? What about Edge? Oh, she tried to bite my hand. That was more vicious.
Ooh.
I think Dolph Ziggler's the one.
Artemis has done it. Done it for us.
Artemis has done it. Thank you. We have our first finalist.
We have our first finalist, and who's going to join them? Is it going to be Cody Rhodes Kingdom or Bobby Roode Glorious?
I don't know.
Oh, really? I thought you'd be 100% Kingdom.
Oh, no, because Glorious is so good.
How much of Cody Rhodes' theme is about the person he is and his journey compared to just a song?
Okay, but
If you didn't know anything about Cody Rhodes and you didn't know anything about the Rhodes family or his WWE, why he left, and Stardust and all that bollocks,
I think
know
the
any of
song.
that.
I think the song still hits.
even if you don't know the backstory.
Yes, because I feel like anyone could, or a lot of people could, to relate to. My father said when I was younger, hard times breed better men. But then also you got to think Glorious, based on ravishing Rick Rude, his father. I
Both
think
their legacy.
they do, and wrestling does have one more than one royal family.
It's so true, man. It's so true.
I think in terms of entrances, specifically wrestling entrances, I have to give it to Glorious. I do.
I was being more convinced for Kingdom right now, but we can
Oh,
go
really?
Glorious. I was just being nice, but yeah, no, let's go Glorious.
I think it is the perfect wrestling entrance theme.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
it is. I mean, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, no, fair. Hit it up, because you know, also it's very close to being a perfect rest of the song.
It's the other one we have in the final.
It's the other one we have in the final. Dolph Ziggler coming through, though, by the way. I had no idea it'd get to this far.
I called it from the start.
Yeah, no, true.
I will say, which I hope hasn't swayed me in any way. I'm sure it hasn't, because it is a banger.
He struggled to get this far, and to be fair, that perfectly matches his WWE runs. But I think this one's Glorious. I just do.
Do you know what? I will give it to Glorious solely for that little piano at the start.
I know you mentioned that every time it's come up.
I know. I don't know why. It really does something for me.
There you go.
There we go. We have our number one entrance song, and it is Glorious.
It
by
is.
Bobby Roode.
It is. There you go. We have a winner. Let us know how wrong we were, and what ones didn't make the list. I know Joe Hendry's going to be up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know who we've forgotten. Let us know who your favorite theme song is of all time, and subscribe.
I know I'm sexy.